What is up, guys? In today's video, we're going to be going over what changed today in Fortnite, and that is going to be that the big bush bomb was unvaulted. So you know we're getting really close to the end of the season, as it seems every season or every other season or so. Fortnite unvaults us really late into the season, and we currently only have 17 days left in Season 2 as of the time I'm recording this video. So that's super exciting. This might not be the most exciting update, but obviously there will be a lot more interesting things to come in the near future. As always, if you guys do find this video helpful, informative, interesting, remember to give it a like, subscribe if you'd like to see more, and comment down below what you think of the big bush bomb. And if you guys haven't played when this has been in the game in the past, it is very simple. As the name implies, it's a bush bomb. You just throw it down and then it deploys a bush, kind of similarly to how like the porta bunker deploys a bunker, the shield bubble is the bubble. It's like a similar class of item as that. It just deploys a bush. The bush has no time limit to my knowledge, but I believe you can only have one bush out at a time, so it's not like you can just spam them everywhere. And it does drop in stacks of 2. As far as playing against this item goes, I really do not like pushing people in bushes unless I am very certain that they're incredibly weak, because like as a controller player, bushes disable aim assist, so fighting around them and in them is not ideal. If you're fighting a bush as a controller player, you will not get aim assist on the person inside the bush. And if you're inside the bush, then you won't get aim assist at all. So I think it's best to avoid fighting in and around bushes if you're a controller player. Obviously, if you're a keyboard player, this can give you an advantage and it can make fighting in bushes a good play for you, especially if you're going up against a controller player. But it's like pretty much impossible in the heat of the moment before the fight even happens to know if you're playing against a controller player unless you just know that person. So if you're a controller player, I wouldn't want to force fights around bushes or fight people who are currently in bushes. If you're a keyboard player, really not that big of a deal. If you are playing against somebody using the bush, there are like a bunch of items in the game that can be very helpful. The first is going to be the Wookiee bowcaster, because if you fully charge this weapon and hit the player in the bush, you can get splash damage on them, and you can even destroy the bush after 2 attacks, I think. So if you hate the idea of this item being in the game and you think it's going to completely ruin the game for you, the Wookiee bowcaster is a potential solution. Shockwaves also work great for forcing enemy players out of bushes, and it's nice because it's something that you're probably going to carry anyways. But if you throw the shockwave in the bush and the opponent inside of it is within range to be affected by the shockwave, they will get shockwaved out of the bush and it will break the bush as well. The Hades chain can be pretty helpful to maybe pull somebody out of the bush, but you do not get an indicator marking where enemies are with the Hades chain, so you will have to maybe like know where the enemy is in the bush already, or just like properly predict and get lucky to pull them out with the Hades chain. Obviously the Zeus lightning can destroy bushes as well, but you do make yourself a somewhat easy target, and I really do not want to carry the Zeus lightning just to potentially counter the big bush bomb. The scanner NPCs can be a decent counter to bushes, and they're just incredibly good in general. The Mina NPC is in the woods between Rebel's Roost and Lavish Lair, and the Artemis NPC is at the front of Lavish Lair. And then the thermal site seems like it would be a decent counter to bushes, but you actually only get the thermal effect on pieces of the enemy that would be exposed to you anyways, so it can make it a bit easier to like know, oh, that's a person's leg and not part of the bush. But it's not like you just completely counter anybody using a bush with the thermal sight. Also, cars, I think, are an incredible counter to bushes because you can just drive over them and destroy the bush, and then car fight the opponent, which, you know, I have made videos in the past about car fighting. If you want tips for that, it's very good. In Chapter 5 thus far, cars have been incredible the entire time, and we've had a lot of spammy shotguns, and car fighting, I think, can limit some of the randomness of dealing with spammy shotguns, and it can also completely counter the bushes because you just destroy the bush. There is a bug with the big bush item that has been around for a long time and Epic has just never fixed, and that if you throw it down, it will always be a green bush. It doesn't match the biome you're in. So I'll have a clip on screen now where I'm in the snow biome. You can see some white snowy bushes, and then I throw the big bush bomb down and we have a green bush in the snow biome. So like if you see a bush that does not match the biome you're in at all, odds are that was planted by an enemy, and that can kind of make it a bit easier for you to predict that there might be somebody in there. Obviously, it's not a guarantee. They might have used it in the past or just throw it to throw it. But if you see a bush that doesn't match the biome you're in at all, it was likely placed by an enemy, so you probably need to be more mindful of that. Speaking of bugs, this item is currently not in zero build as of the time I'm recording this, but Fortnite went as far as to like post the big bush bomb on like the news feed in game. So I think it only being in build mode currently is a bug, and that they do want the item in zero build, and I think it will be unvaulted in zero build as well when Epic is aware of this. It might have already been fixed by the time I post the video, I'm not sure. But when I was playing this morning, it wasn't in zero build. I think it's a mistake. I think it'll get fixed. That's just what makes the most sense to me. And also recently, Fortnite nerfed the Darth Vader NPC, making him a bit easier to kill by lowering his HP and shield by 150 each. So now instead of having 1400 health, it has 1100. So Darth Vader will be a little bit easier to eliminate. I personally do not think that changes anything for me. I wasn't going to go for Darth Vader before. Not going to go for him now. I don't think the Darth Vader lightsaber is particularly good. You could use it to check bushes, but again, it's not an item I really want to carry around just for that. And there also is supposedly another update coming on May 14th, because Fortnite status posted this. I'll have it on screen now. Replying to someone about a bug they were having, saying that bug will be fixed in the next update on May 14th. So that's super exciting. It was thought within the community that the Star Wars update would be the final major update of this season, because typically Fortnite seasons only have 4 major updates, but it's seeming like we are getting a 5th major update next week or towards the end of the season. I think that will be really exciting. It could maybe get pretty crazy if it's an update for like the final week of a season. I think it'll be pretty surprising what that update does, unless it's just nothing, which would be kind of a letdown. But that is going to be it for this video. I hope you guys found this helpful, informative, interesting. Like I said at the start, it's not the most exciting update, but we're getting very close to the end of the season, and I think that will be, obviously, the new seasons are always an exciting time in Fortnite. If you enjoyed this, give it a like, sub. I'll see you in the next one. I'm going to let some gameplay play out of a pretty good game I got on stream today. I think the end game was pretty interesting. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Here when trying to sprint. That's like the worst, because not only do you not go anywhere, but it like consumes your stamina still. Get scammed. I don't know where that G-Wagon went. It was over there. Okay, it's still over there. And someone up on this tower. I just can't see him. That's unfortunate. I think that guy would be a free snipe up there. Is this shockwaves? No, it's an AR. Someone picked up the Zeus medallion. Bro, these trees like are here to protect that tower. It's actually crazy. Okay, the top got chopped. Zone pulls up that. That's why I wanted the car so badly, because if it goes up these mountains, like, it's so much easier to get over there with a car and, like, get up the mountains and stuff. This is a person with hired AI. They might fight, though. I don't know. I just beamed that car, so he might not be, like, too interested in fighting that other person. I'm just gonna go on this. Bro, Fortnite just griefed him. Like the box not rendering in for a second, like actually like ruined that guy's hiding spot. He'll die to zone though. I had him that weak. I only have 2 shotgun shots. It ignores NPC. The hired NPCs are so bad, man. Like if I was worried about the hired NPC there, that Travis maybe kills me, but I just like full ignore it because even if it shoots me, like I don't think I died to it. That guy had to be so mad. Like abducted him and I knew he was so weak that if I just took him into storm, he would die.